Today on Amy's Animals we're looking at coral. Yes, corals are animals and not plants. There are several different types of corals belonging to 3 different subclasses under the class Anthozoa, which is under the phylum Cnidaria. First, Hexacorallia contains sea anemones and hard corals. Ceratophantheria contains tube anemones and thorny corals. And lastly, Octocorilla contains soft and horny corals. Hexacorallian corals, also known as hard corals, are sometimes called true or stony corals. Stony corals are like sea anemones that live in a hard calcareous case. Many live a solitary life. Ceratophania, or thorny corals, also known as black corals, are colonial and attach themselves to a firm substrate. They get the name thorny because their skeleton has thorns. Octocorallian corals, also known as soft corals, are colonial and are a bunch of polyps connected through a system of tubes. These corals come in great variety of colours and they help make up the beautiful coral reefs. A difference between hard and soft corals is the hard corals contain more calcium carbonate. The body of each coral is a polyp and they respond to currents, lunar cycles, temperature and touch. Polyps have tentacles and in them are photosynthetic microplants, also known as zooxanthellae. They are used to make energy and remove wastes. Corals cover less than 5% of oceans, however they contain a quarter of all known marine life. Some corals can survive daily exposure to air due to low tides. As the coral heats up, the tiny polyps retract inside the stony skeleton, and for protection they secrete a mucus that acts as sunscreen. Many corals are fluorescent under UV light. Corals become active hunters at night, eating plankton and tiny animals that are brought to them by the current. Coral immobilizes them with stinging tentacles, similar to that of their relatives, sea jellies. Coral can be highly competitive. 2 polyps may both grab the same creature and pull it apart trying to eat it. At night, corals will also fight for territory. They can sense one another is too close and they launch stinging cells at each other. The coral with the most stingers will most likely win. The loser coral has to retreat. Coral reproduce by spawning. This is triggered by the moon on a few nights of summer per year. This is a synchronized breeding event where sperm and eggs are released into the current, and by spawning at this precise time it allows them to meet. The current spreads them across the ocean and baby corals are made. Young corals can swim, propelling themselves with microscopic hairs. Each baby coral could make a whole colony or even a reef. Slight changes in temperature could lead to the coral expelling their symbiotic algae. This causes them to go white, termed bleaching. Short-term bleaching is normal, however long, widespread bleaching is not and can lead to an entire reef dying. The build-up of carbon dioxide in the air increases the acidity in the ocean, which decreases the calcification in corals. Bleaching and not being able to calcify are currently the main threats to coral. Well, that's all I've got on coral. Tune in next time for information on a new animal.